You. Do you like action? Do you like to laugh non-stop? Do you love chaos that makes you go, what the fuck just happened? Do you like children? Answer that carefully. Well, this is the perfect recommendation for you then, because we are about to dive into a fresh new action comedy series, Kindergarten Wars. Kindergarten Wars is something you can't really explain clearly with a straight face. A premise like this is simple, but at the same time, it's brilliant in terms of grabbing the audience's attention and creating a gut-busting laughter after gut-busting laughter. Kindergarten Wars focuses on a kindergarten for kids, but there is something special about kindergarten noir, especially the teachers. This kindergarten is known to be the safest kindergarten in the world and takes care of the kids of rich families and high places. So the world will try to take that challenge by hiring assassins to kill one of the kids. Our main focus of the story is our protagonist, Rita. Her first panel was literally standing with the students crying because she feels love is impossible when you're a kindergarten teacher. Jesus Christ, I might just do a count of how many times I've seen kindergarten in this video. I just keep saying it. Anyway, meanwhile in the distance, we have assassins aiming on one kid, ready to fire, and just when he presses the trigger, the shot fired. The teacher somehow protected that shot with a toy shovel. Rita isn't your normal average girl. She was able to quickly hunt the assassin before he could even try to escape. When she got him where she wanted, she found out he was a hot guy and instantly thought it was fate. He tried to manipulate her, but she had to see if this is actually destiny, so she has a system. So, how do you eat your stew? I put it on rice. How about taiyaki? Smooth feeling. Karage? Or lemon? And just when she was about to lower the gun, what do you do when the movie credits start rolling? I never watch them and immediately exit the VR. Just this double spread panel is enough to make you roll on the floor. The guy almost made it if he didn't say he skips the after credits, in which, to be fair, that was called for. You should never leave the VR during the after credits. You don't know how many times I had to be dragged out because I just want to see what happens, and then something happens and I miss it, and you just know you just miss something so valuable to a upcoming movie or something. In conclusion, you shouldn't leave during the credits or this will happen to you. Rita then realizing it was too good to be true and she had to go back to work. It turns out Rita was a former legendary assassin in which she has to do this top secret mission of being a kindergarten teacher and protect the kids. Now, Rita isn't the only shady teacher in the story. Every teacher has a secret behind them, and they only know how to kill. They use their abilities to keep the school and kids safe, and this is what the safest kindergarten looks like. Kindergarten Wars is a serial comedy that somehow manages to create such an entertaining story that makes you want to keep reading every chapter, and then when you go up to it, you just realize, I just want more. To be able to make a good action comedy, you need something to be able to pull the readers in and get excited from reading it, and think about how out of place it feels, and Kindergarten Wars does it all, and it just keeps getting better every chapter. It's basically a manga that can do that cool handshake meme with Spy X Family for their bizarre style of action comedy. This is a manga that recently-ish came over to the West thanks to Manga Plus, but as a big manga reader who likes to keep up with the trending manga and news, I kept seeing this manga having multiple amounts of reprints, despite having 1 to 2 volumes at that time, and recently, as far as I know, it's currently releasing its 4th volume, while volume 1 to 3 just got reprinted again. This manga is already proving it has special potential. People wanted to get invested into this, and I can see why, and now I want to explore more of this series and its success. Just as a reminder, this manga is available to read for free on Manga Plus, and it updates every now and again. To be able to have a bizarre comedy, you definitely need a group of crazy, unique characters, and this series knows how to make a selection. Got an assassin, a grenade enthusiast, swindler, a bear for some reason, and of course, the sketchiest one of them all, a shoujo enthusiast. You would think of having sketchy characters like these as your teachers, but they definitely show a caring nature to the kids and play with them and educate them. They are the best types of teachers that can protect your kids, even though in reality, they shouldn't. Each chapter we get introduced to each of these characters and get to know them, especially their backgrounds. There was a thing where once we know what makes this character interesting, we feel more comfortable with them standing in the picture. The whole feeling the series is trying to portray is a form of crazy or dark humor. But there's also moments where it was so powerful, it was actually sad to read. When it comes to interacting with media, you could always have something to tell you that you are fully sold and happy to invest in the series. Whether it's a chapter, movie, a single moment of an episode, there are so many types of things for people to witness, and it tells them that you should continue experiencing this story, and that certain moment could even make a personal impact to you. What I'm saying is, the moment I got fully hooked on this series is when I read chapter 16 for the first time. Of course, this is spoilers, so please skip to this part if you haven't already yet. I wasn't originally planning to talk about spoilers in this video, but this chapter really hit me, so it would be hard not to talk about this. Chapter 16, A Toy That Won't Break. We get to dive into one of the assassins that was hired to target the kids. This assassin was different. She had her eye on Rita, as she was a well-known former assassin. Natasha is a prodigy assassin who has been killing people from when she was young, and she always wanted an enemy that wouldn't break easily. That's why she wants to fight Rita, bring out the person she thought Rita was. She thought she understood Rita and thought they were the same, but the conclusion, they really weren't. They were nothing like each other at all. But we get more into Natasha's backstory. As a kid, there is nothing more special than adults praising you. It has that special feeling where it just felt like someone has looked at you. But Natasha also felt the adrenaline when you kill someone, and growing up, she was trying to have fun. So the more she kills, the more bored she felt, and we just see the transition of how much emptiness she is feeling every time she kills people, to the point she doesn't even think it's just fun anymore. I always appreciate a double spread page. There can be so much depth, just like a single panel on a regular page. This panel in particular hit me the most for some reason. It was a page full of people she killed, and all of them had their heads sliced off. The first thing I thought, besides the shock of how beautiful it is, like literally, I just sat there and just think, wow man, this is like, for some reason, there's like so much depth to it, I just couldn't. But anyway, the first thing I thought of was how much this style reminds me so much of Husky Fujimoto's style of blending surrealism and using that to portray a murderous attack. A silent feel to it, but shouts a lot of emotions and depth as we look at the page as a whole. One thing to point out in this is how there's no blood spilling out. And of course, this is showing how it was an instant kill for Natasha. I feel like it also emphasizes on the emptiness Natasha feels, and how killing is nothing to her anymore. It really helps portray an empty character, especially the next scene was Natasha looking at school kids and wish that was her, being around friends who can understand you like you can understand them. This chapter may feel like a common backstory to an empty character, but I feel it adds a lot to the character building in this world. We're probably looking at the same thing for every other character. It helps us readers know the balance of light and dark of this series world building, and it makes me excited to think how it's going to continue exploring the dark tone of this manga. Chapter 16 was one of the chapters that told me we're not just all about action or comedy, we know how to make you readers feel as well. Kindergarten Wars is still in the early stage of publishing, but this is easy to tell that this manga is going to go places, even though it is rising to the tops right now. I hope we go on this journey for a long time, full of laughter and many other emotions, and appreciate how a great series like this exists. In conclusion, go read Kindergarten Wars, you wouldn't regret it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe for future content, and if there's a manga you want me to talk about, drop it in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and sayonara. Don't forget to read Kindergarten Wars.